able to sky and get the rebound. Took his time, got his balance underneath him, and scored the basketball.
Clemson just 3 of 10 beyond the arc, or this thing would be even more lopsided. Robinson, a hesitation.
Luke Hancock, I'm Doug Sherman. Glad you're with us on this Friday night here in Clemson. Tigers looking to start the year 2-0. Another one of the pieces right there, Justin Porter.
It's a great driving kick by Davion Cunningham, created an open three, and even better, gave him a chance at an offensive rebound, and now a second one.
Hunter drives, pulls up. Defensive rebound taken away on the outlet pass. Porter the three, got it. And that'll send us into the half.
Brad Brownell wants to see those young guys play well. Great hands there by Zach Foster to get them into transition.
Butta Johnson angles it in.
In the Clemson Tigers, it started with the deflection. The long athletic freshman had his hands up, got the deflection, able to allow Butta Johnson to get it.
Transition chance for Wallin. Johnson inside the lane, tough runner.
Gamecocks without a point in the last 2 minutes. That's a three by Carter Wellick.
George lost it on the spin. Here comes Clemson with numbers. Butta Johnson with the dish, and the layup is good by Dallas Thomas.
Excellent job. What a weapon when your primary ball handler is a 91% free throw shooter. Remember that for the last few minutes. Great delivery.
Davidson. What a pass from Butta Johnson.
Look at Johnson. The nice shot fake, so he puts Cialeppa in a position where he's either got to stay with his man or help. Comes to help. Double team. Deliver and finish.
Trying to knock out their first ranked team of the year. They got 2 ranked losses on the season. End of the shot clock. Butta Johnson!
That's a big three.
4 seasons, Clemson's crowd has been a roar thanks to the heroics of Butta Johnson in the second half.
I mean, late clock. He gets a little separation.
There's Wallin. Johnson again. Butta! A little late night snack.
And then in transition, the deep corner. That's why you run to the corner. You make the defense.
Transition three. Bottom. Butta Johnson getting in on the scoring surge.
This game feels like it's been thoroughly dominated by the Tigers. Shot clock down to 3. Davidson along the baseline.
Here's Johnson, 7 to shoot. Step back 3 at the front. Good. Ephraim Butta Johnson. Well, the night 21st triple of the year for Butta Johnson on the step back.
The double. And he's not making it. He needs some more team support coming through.
Continuation, they'll give him the basket. That's a bucket that wouldn't have counted under the old rules.
Playing off the screen, refuses it, plays through contact, and now you have Johnson at the line to try to make 3 the old-fashioned way.
Butta, front court.
You know, Pittsburgh, just when they think they got a bucket, Clemson stops them at the rim, and that's like a 5-point turnaround as it's
3-on-2 for the Tigers. And the layup falls off from Justin Porter, but run down by Clemson. Butta Johnson, 3. Or rather 28th in the country defending the 3.
See, Chris Bell, I thought, almost had that steal, read that play perfectly.
9 minutes to play in the half.
Really good defense again. Good set.
Davidson on the dive.
The interior game of Cameron Boozer, and then you got the perimeter game of Isaiah Evans. That's a real good weapon to have.
Porter's 3, that clangs away. Johnson with a rebound. Nice dish for Welling. He'll finish it.
That's right. Go inside to your strength.
But this is the best half-court defensive team in the ACC, and so difficult to make shots against them as they're able to knock down the 3. Butta Johnson able to get free, and one of the very few times in this game where Clemson's seen a clean look.
Wake up to 80%, 12 for 15. Butta Johnson.
That is a monster shot. Clemson Clemson really has to close this out with a couple of buckets and a couple of stops. There's one.
That's a beautiful pass from Butta Johnson, setting up Wallin.
Got 10 points in the second half alone. Johnson with a three.
Johnson feels like he gave up that three. Up until then, Clemson had not hit a three in the second half. 2 for $1. Bam!
The hot spot for Johnson. Huntsville, Alabama.
Well, here's a moment. Go ahead and take it. You have to realize what side of the bread your butter is breaded on.
I got you. I know where you're going.
Oh, kid. Johnson comes down, knocks down those two.
Florida State by 4. Johnson now Hunter. Shot clock at 5. Try to drop it off in tight quarters to Godfrey. Able to somehow send it back out to Johnson for 3 for the Tigers.
How about the kick out by Godfrey?
Justin Porter had a quiet first half. The only one of the 9 Clemson players not to score. Could get an assist, and he will. A 3 for Butta Johnson.
And something Brad Brownell talked a lot about for Clemson to do today. They're going to get a lot of jump shots off those pick and rolls, considering that North Carolina plays it in drop coverage.
Johnson off a rare Tar Heel turnover, finishes with a foul.
Just great hands by Clemson defensively, and North Carolina's going to have to be sharp. And we'll see a strong finish right there by Butta Johnson. You have the game loss this weekend where he was able to knock down several triples. He's a difference maker for them offensively.
It's 4 for 8. All 16 in the second half as Powell has the steal. Powell is denied by Johnson.
One of the things you love about basketball, guard on guard plays. Give me that!
Here is Johnson. Long 3 is good. And from Butta Johnson gives Clemson the lead into the locker room.
Bigs haven't been able to do it, but their guards and Mr. Johnson sure have arrived to the party.
30-27, Clemson in the lead on Carolina's Senior Day.
Been in moments, they've competed at a very high level. The inability just to finish matches after they've been punched in the mouth and get off the mat, like Clemson is starting to do now. It's always a difficult task. When the Clemson Tigers start knocking down threes, look out. Tigers up 6.
The lead was halfway down. 13 to play in this second half. Tech on an 11-game losing streak turns it over. Johnson off the deflection. Johnson, foul. Johnson scores. Can give Clemson the lead.
Clemson's come back, creating another turnover here. Chance had a three-point play the old-fashioned way, but it's the defensive end of the floor. If Clemson wants to continue to play into March, it's got to be on that end of the floor.
First name Ephraim, but we go with Butta because that's what his uncle gave him.
And it just rolls off the tongue so smooth. Smooth like Butta as he knocks down the 3 ball.
Butta Johnson. Pull up pop from 16 for 2. But both intense. Thompson with a triple. Yes.
Every time he goes into the painted area.
Evans way downtown. Boozer collects it. Back up blocked.